Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're playing Phantom Forces once again, and this time we're talking about the AK-12. I already have two other videos on my channel that talk about two different guns. Those guns are the M4A1 and the MP5K, so if you guys are interested, go check those ones out as well. But for this video, again, we're just talking about the AK-12. However, before we start talking about the AK-12, I want to quickly get into one specific thing, and that's the changes that you're going to see in this video compared to the MP5K and M4A1 videos. This video will take the style of the MP5K video, as in it's going to take the idea of taking pictures from in-game and showing the statistics to you guys on screen. However, there's going to be one different thing that I do. The thing that I do different is that I'm going to have my gameplay in the background that's pre-recorded. It's going to be me using the build in the background in actual games I played online, and they're going to be edited in a way where you're only seeing my highlighted clips. And I'm pretty confident that my style will stick to this video style for the rest of my Phantom Forces videos. If you guys like this style or you guys like another style of the Phantom Forces videos I did in the past, then let me know in the comments below. For those of you who are just here for my build and you just want to leave after you get my build, keep one thing in mind as I tell you it. Optics are preference. However, here's my build on screen. I have the EOTech 552, a muzzle brake, stubby grip, green laser, and default for my build. If that's all you guys wanted, then there you guys go. But now we're going to go into my actual video, and if you guys want to know the layout of how we're going to go about this, we're going to go into the basic stats for my build, the basic stats for the default, no attachments, and then we're also going to compare it together. Then we're also going to do the same thing to advanced stats, and I'm going to conclude with my opinion, and that's going to be the end of the video. Now, we can't really have a comparison without a foundation, so we're going to talk about the AK-12 without any attachments first. We're going to start off by looking at the finer details, so we're going to start looking at the damage, fire rate, and the graph. And so one thing to keep in mind is you have 33 damage and 20 damage. Now what that means is eventually you're going to be falling down on that slope on the graph there, and it's going to fall down and flatline at 20. However, you do have a solid 33 damage up to a good distance by the looks of it. The fire rate is 700 for automatic, 1000 for burst, and 700 for semi-auto. And then we go into the accuracy stats, and as you can see, our accuracy is pretty high, the hip accuracy is pretty decent, but the sight accuracy is lacking. And if you guys don't know about my builds specifically focus on reducing as much recoil as possible, at least for automatic weapons. We haven't done snipers or shotguns yet, or even pistols or DMRs, you know, guns that are not fully automatic. We haven't done any of those yet. I'll get into those builds in the future, hopefully. But specifically for this video, we're talking about an AK-12, which is an assault rifle, so we're going to be focusing on reducing recoil as much as possible, because that's what I personally like to play with. We have an ammo capacity of 30 per magazine and 120 in reserve. We have 3 firing modes, which is automatic, burst, and semi. And that is it for the AK-12 basic stats. Here's the bigger picture now on screen. That's what we just went over right there, and we need to go into my build for the basic stats now. This is what my AK-12 build looks like. As you can see on screen, that's the picture of it. And now we're going to go into the smaller, finer details once again, and then we'll show the bigger picture, and then we'll also show a comparison as well. For my build, I have EOTech 552 for my optics, but keep in mind that optics are preference specific, so make sure that you choose the optic you want to play with, and you guys by all means don't have to choose mine. And even my EOTech 552 isn't the best optic in slot for sight accuracy anyways. Muzzle brake, barrel, stubby grip, under barrel, and a green laser other. I don't have any ammo type because I've tried to play with other ammo types for the AK-12. I tried hollow point, I tried armor piercing, and to be honest with you guys, I just we'll get into it towards the end of the video when I talk about my opinion on it. I just gotta say, I want consistency, and the default ammo was the most consistent for me. Anything that I don't show, by the way, as you can see in this picture here, we're only showing the accuracy. Though since I'm not showing the other stuff, it's because it's the same. So if I show you something and it's missing other information, that means it's the same. I specifically looked into it and cut out information that I don't need to repeat, because I don't want to bother you guys with repeating and regurgitating the same information over and over again. So as you can see with my build, we have a lot more sight accuracy. Accuracy stays about the same by the looks of it, and hip accuracy gets lessened. That's fine though, because we're not hip firing as much as we are aiming down sights, and that's what I like. And now we're going to go into the bigger picture, and as you can see here, that is what we got right there. That is all the information we just went over. And as you can see anyways, the information did stay the same at the very bottom there. The ammo capacity and fire modes are the exact same as the no attachment build. When you compare it, all you really can see is that my sight accuracy went up, and here's the picture as well of the two being compared, the bigger picture that is being compared. And as you can see, there's literally no real big changes that we can see with just basic stats, other than my sight accuracy gets heavily increased, accuracy, hip accuracy drop a little bit, but the main goal is sight accuracy. Also, if you guys are wondering which ones I prioritize sight accuracy, then hip accuracy last. So if I had to pick between accuracy and hip accuracy, I'd pick accuracy. If I had to pick between sight accuracy versus any of the other ones, I'd pick sight accuracy, because sight accuracy is more important important to me. Now, finally, we're going on to advanced stats. This is where things get fun. If you guys just wanted the basic stats and the basic reasoning for why I chose what I chose, then there you guys go. You guys are free to leave if you want to, but if you guys watched this far, I really thank you for coming this far. Now we're going on to the advanced stats for the AK-12. We're only going to be talking about the weapon ballistics. We're going to be talking about the bigger numbers for sight accuracy, hip accuracy, and accuracy. And then we're going to be going through most of weapon handling, and we're going to go through all of miscellaneous. So the reason I'm telling you guys that is because there's some things that are listed in the advanced stats tab that I don't actually know completely about what they do. Let us get into the no attachments advanced stats. Now we're going to get into weapon ballistics. The minimum time to kill is 0.17 seconds. That's how fast you can kill someone if you're in the optimal range and hitting headshots only. And that's just telling you exactly how fast you can kill someone with this gun. The head multiplier is 1.4 times. The torso multiplier is 1.0 times. The damage range is 70 to 120 studs. And if we pull up the graph again, that's where the damage starts to fall off. And then that's where it flatlines. So 70 is where it starts the slope. 120 studs is when the slope flatlines. Muzzle velocity is 2,500 studs per second. That's how fast the bullet is going to be flying through the air. Penetration depth is 1.0 studs. How penetration depth works is if there's a wall between you and the enemy, if the wall is 1 studs or less, then your bullet will penetrate. Otherwise, it gets stopped by the wall. Suppression is 0.5, and I'm assuming that that's just how hard it shakes your enemy screen if you're not exactly hitting them, but it's getting close. Now we're on to the accuracy numbers, and again, I don't really know what all these do. What I mainly look at is I look at the bigger number, which is hip accuracy is 32, sight accuracy is 23, and accuracy is 35. Now we're on to weapon handling. We have a reload time of 2.8 seconds and an empty reload time of 3.8 seconds. And the difference between these two is that when you're reloading, there's 2 types of reloads with guns in real life even. You have the normal reload where you have a bullet already in the chamber, which means you don't have to rechamber the gun, meaning that the reload is going to be faster. And then the empty reload time is when you don't even have a bullet in the chamber, you have to also chamber the gun. It adds on that extra second. So what that means is basically try to reload with bullets in the gun or 1 bullet in the chamber. If you have literally at least 1 bullet in the chamber, you will get the 2.8 second reload versus the empty reload time of 3.8 seconds. So if you want to save yourself some time, make sure that there's a little bit of bullets in there. Otherwise, you're going to have a 3.8 second reload. Equip speed is 12, aiming speed is 15, and what those speeds are is the equip speed is, let's say I'm holding my secondary, my pistol, and I switch over to my primary, my AK-12, it will take about 12 to re-equip the AK-12. I don't know if that means seconds. I don't think it does, but that's just how fast it is. Obviously, the lower the number, the better, I assume. Aiming speed is how fast it takes you to aim down sights. We're not going to go over the crosshair stuff because that one's kind of self-explanatory. It makes sense just by looking at it, I guess, but it's the reason why I'm not getting into those is because it's just difficult to kind of talk about. And now we're on a miss. We have a weapon walk speed of 14.5, aiming walk speed of 8.7, and the differences here are the weapon walk speed of 14.5 is how fast you are when you're holding the gun, and then aiming walk speed is 8.7, which is how fast you are when you're aiming down sights. And to keep that in perspective, the default Roblox walk speed is 16. Ammo type is 545 by 39 millimeter, and the reason why that's important is because that's the ammo you want to look out for from other guns on the floor. And then you have 1 round in the chamber, which we talked about earlier, and I'm not going to go into any shot suppression range because I have no clue what that really does. Now we're going on to the advanced stats for my build, but we're only looking at the stuff that changed. When it comes to changed advanced stats, we're looking at mainly the yellow, but also not all numbers that change get highlighted in yellow. For the most part, they do. There's just small little ones that don't change. As an example, we're going to start looking at the accuracies. For accuracies, we can see that we have a hip accuracy of 25, a sight accuracy of 41, and an accuracy of 31. Those are some pretty significant differences there, especially the sight accuracy because of how low sight accuracy was to begin with. Those are the numbers I'm saying that don't change to yellow when they change, but they did change. All the other numbers below those accuracies, those also changed. You can pause the video if you guys want to take a look at what exactly changed. Just know that I'm assuming that most of these were better for the most part, except for maybe accuracy and hip accuracy, because I think I actually lowered the scores of those two, so those are probably worse than the original. However, the sight accuracy is a lot better. And now we're going to go to weapon handling, and we're going to only look at the things that changed, which is the equip speed and aiming speed. And what I'm assuming is that these are better because like I said earlier, the lower the number, the better in my opinion. So we have an equip speed of 10.8 and an aiming speed of 12.75, so we aim faster and we can re-equip our gun faster. Now when we compare the advanced stats, the only things that we can really see here are accuracy was slightly lowered, that accuracy was increased by a lot, and hip accuracy was indeed lowered as well. And then obviously we have those 2 speeds we just mentioned as well that also changed for the better. So basically it kind of just, it makes it so that you aim faster, have faster equip speed, and then you also have a lot better handling because of how easy it is to aim down sights and have little to to no recoil, so that's a good thing to keep in mind as well. And now for my opinion on the AK-12. In all honesty, the gun's alright. I won't say it's great, I won't say it's terrible, but just know that it is a 1 HP simulator. It feels like all you're hitting in most of the fights is 99 damage, and your enemy will survive with 1 HP. If they're using the right gun and they hit you in the right spot, they are more than likely still going to win you in gunfights. The only reason why I'm saying that is because the base damage that it can do is 33 damage, and you can increase that by using hollow point, and that's the only other ammo type I think is good. And if I were you, you can use hollow point if you want to. I recommend it actually, and I don't know. When it comes to ammo types for AK-12, I feel like it's either hollow point or default. There's no other way between. I don't think that it's good in either way, in all honesty. And the gun performs decently at range. Especially with this build, it makes it have no recoil, as the title states. So yeah, it's a pretty solid overall, decent gun. It's definitely not the best gun, and it's definitely not going to be in like the top tier of any sort of category, but it's all right. It definitely is okay. It has decent hipfire and has decent sight accuracy and recoil. I mean, recoil is probably the best bet about the gun, is that it has like little to no recoil. You can laser someone. Other than that, that's my opinion on the gun. That's going to be it for the video though, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this build. If you guys have your own AK-12 builds that you guys would like me to try, please leave a comment below. I would love to try it out sometime. And if you guys think I said anything wrong or did anything wrong with my build, please also let me know that as well. I'm looking to try and become a better information gatherer and giver, I guess is the best way to put it. And if you guys want to see other guns that I build, then leave a comment below on what gun you would like to see as well. And if you guys haven't, you guys can also go check out my M4A1 and MP5K videos. They're in the playlist that I have on my channel for Phantom Forces, and let me know what you guys think of those as well if you really want to. That could be it for me. If you guys want to see more of me, you guys can always subscribe, follow my social media in the description below. You guys can leave a notification bell if you guys really want to get notified for my stuff. If you guys want to see more of it, obviously leaving a like lets me know that. That's gonna be it for the video, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.